Shantal Mendez is a stylist who will be sharing her insights on Think Different podcasts, discussing the intersection of fashion and mental health. She will be exploring how personal style and fashion choices can impact mental well being, and how fashion can be used as a tool for self expression and empowerment. Her perspective will offer valuable insights into the relationship between fashion and mental health. Let's welcome Miss Mendez, the iconic fashionista on Think Different podcast. Welcome again, Miss Mendez. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm great. Pleasure to have you here, being a part of this production.
Yes.
Okay, so how can fashion choices impact on mental health?
All right. So I have a few things here. But the first one I'll start off with is self-expression. So what happened is that fashion allows us as individuals to express our unique personalities, your identity, and also your creativity through whatever clothing choices that you choose. Um, this ability to express, sorry, one self can boost self-esteem and also self-confidence, and it leads to positive mental health outcome. So that's one. And then the next thing is empowerment. When you wear your clothing, wear clothing that makes you feel good about yourself, it can empower you to face the challenges of your daily life with more confidence and resilience. I will get up if I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed with my day. I'll get up and, dress myself. Like I literally get up and dress because that's what fashion does for me. Like some people, you have people who put on makeup, you have people who have their hair and stuff. I just need to get up, put on my best fit, and I'm good to go for the day. I kid you not. So that's one of the things that fashion does is it helps to empower you to go throughout your day and just take on the daily challenges of life. The next thing is that, you have social connections. So fashion facilitates social connections and interaction. So if you share similar fashion taste with an individual and stuff, you can have a bond with that individual, and it fosters community. So, from one individual to the next, you're going to fashion events together and stuff. So it does foster a sense of community, and that's where the social connection comes in. And the fact that you get to go out and go to these different fashion events, like that can only the outcome can only be, well, most of the times I would say it can be positive. So that's the next one. The other thing which we're going to touch on again is body image. What I'm seeing now in the fashion industry, opposed to when I was growing up, is that there's a lot of inclusivity. So you have these big fashion brands, they're doing, different body shapes, size, color, background, all of that. So you have a lot of inclusivity now in fashion. So that helps to bring about a positive body image, and again helps with a positive mental health outcome. The next thing is stress relief. A lot of times with women, especially, I can't speak for men. But with women especially, like when you're feeling, some women when they're feeling overwhelmed, stressed and stuff, you have fashion therapy, they call it, where you go and you shop, do retail shopping, go on a shopping spree. And myself, and I guess you as well, you can say, shopping really gives you a whole lot of like stress relief, and it just makes you happy, like, shopping
True.
for a new top, a new bottom, whatever it is that you're shopping for, it helps you to really feel happy. And yeah, So that is it that I have for the your first question. Fashion is amazing. What can I say?
That is true.
Yes,
And I'm
yes.
glad that you touch on shopping and how it makes you feel much better.
Mhm.
And I think that gears a lot from being a compulsive shopper.
Right, right.
So I can't hide from it. I am like that. It just gets me in a really good mood. I might feel somewhat down and just going out to just buy something that I like or seeing
Right.
something that really appeals to me. I just
Mm-hmm.
definitely feel much better. And with saying that, do you believe that there a particular style or there's a particular color that actually boosts confidence level?
So yes, definitely. So style and color. I'll touch on color first. So you have color psychology. And what this entails is that there are different colors that evokes different emotional responses and stuff. So for example, if you're wearing a bright color, say we're wearing yellow or red and like colors like those, it may promote a feeling of energy or optimism and power. And like if you're wearing like a calm color, say for instance blue or green, that kind of evoke a feeling of tranquility or relaxation. So yes, color does affect your mood and your confidence level, because if you're wearing red, you're going to feel on top of the world. I don't know, so I have this thing, right? And I'm trying to get into the red nails, like constant red nails. But my lips right now, if I'm wearing makeup, my lips, if I'm wearing lipstick, it's going to be red. And red, I say red goes with everything. Red makes everything pop. I'm not a red girly where I will wear a red outfit as yet. I was once a red girly, but not anymore. But
Uh-huh.
for my lip, and it gives me a sense of like, listen to me, you walk in that room, you own that room. That is what it gives me. Like last night I went out to watch the Bob Marley movie, and I wore full green and red lips. And listen, like as I walked up to the counter to cash the ticket, the ladies, there were like probably about 6, 7 ladies, and all of them were looking at me, and one of them said, "Oh my God, you look so good." And I feel like the red lipstick kind of, I know I looked good and stuff, but I feel like the red really just screams, hello, I'm here kind of thing. So I wear it when I want to feel like, like really empowered. So red is that color for me. I don't green kind of give me it kind of gave me that relax. So probably that's why I kind of paired them. And also I was going to the Bob Marley movie, so I kind of wanted to red, green, and gold kind of thing. But the
Yeah.
green kind of really gave me a relaxed feeling without the lip color. And then when I added, the outfit was complete. Yes. So that's all. Yeah, I touch on the color psychology. The next thing is the clothing fit and style. And I think this is something that we need to scream that, you know, bigger women can look amazing, just as they will say that, oh, you have to be slim to wear this. Yes, you have to have a particular like body type to wear certain things, but I feel like we need to understand our bodies. Like, don't be, for me, there are certain things as like if you're smaller, you should not be wearing. And there are certain things that if you're bigger, you should not be wearing. So I think that how your clothing fits and the style of your clothing really evokes, it really affects your mood and confidence. There is this, tailor fit clothing. There are certain clothing that are tailor made. Sorry. When you wear that, you feel like a boss. Like you put on tailored pants and a jacket. I'm telling you, if you don't feel like a boss, you need to go to therapy. Because that in itself gives you like a very empowering feeling, and you really feel like you own the space when you have on a tailored jacket, a tailored top, a tailored pants, even skirts as well, but I would say more so the pants, tailored pants. So that style of clothing kind of gives you a very empowering feeling, and it does affect your mood positively and your confidence level. All right, so you had asked about the clothing style and color, which I touch on how it affects your mood and your confidence level. Another thing I want to add is about the fabric choices. So fabric choice can also affect your mood and your confidence level. So you have like fabrics like silk or cotton, which they call it breathable fabrics. It can promote a feeling of comfort and ease. So like what should I say, like, those sweater like materials, like if you should wear that, you would not want to show up in a meeting in that fabric. I don't think it would give you a confidence boost. It would probably just have you feeling very like, relaxed and okay, ready to go home, being bed kind of vibe, opposed to, say for instance, you're in a suiting material, and I had touched on how tailored fit suits makes you feel very empowering and stuff. So yeah.
And that is true. And you touch on how persons should wear clothing that actually suits their body type. And I think a lot of persons been seeing styles and like, I think I look good in that because it looks so good on that person.
Right. And as you said that, like as a stylist, I've got that so much where persons will see a particular clothing on a model online, and they'll be like, that's what I want. And I'm like, probably this is not going to fit you the same, because you have to look into, am I the same body type as the model? And if that style of a dress or a pants or a top is going to fit me the same as it does on the model. And that is a lot of, like, we need to look into that when we're doing our, like, clothing choices and stuff, because you don't want to come off like you're overly try, like you really don't know what you do. You just you just really go take up the clothes off of the mannequin. So you really want to look into, am I the same body type as who is wearing it, and what it is like. For me, I never knew this, but for me, I found out I have a longer torso, and I found out while I was studying fashion, and my pattern making teacher was measuring my the blouse length, and she was like, "Oh, why your torso so long? Let me say I want fight." But 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 then I had to start dressing to, like, kind of to suit my body type. So for instance, I wear a lot of high waisted pants because it kind of short my torso a bit. So I love it. I love it. And they do fit me well. But that's one of the reasons why I really opt for high-waisted pants opposed to a low ride pants. Yeah.
Okay. And that's interesting because I don't think a lot of people understood what you just explained. They've
Mm-hmm.
heard it before, probably seen it and not sure how to identify it or know what it's all about.
Right,
When
right.
you mentioned about the red lipstick, wearing particular clothes that actually boosts your confidence,
Mm-hmm.
do you believe that people wear a certain type of style, even a certain type of color, because of their personality? Not necessarily
Um,
just the mood, but their type of personality, like being either an introvert or extrovert.
yeah, I do believe so. So for persons who are introverted, they would go for, I think, a more cooler tone. So it's like so as to not be approached, if that, for want of a better word. Yeah, so they'll wear clothing that kind of put them in the background, if yeah, opposed to someone who is an extrovert, like their style, their color would scream, hello, you can approach me. It's more fun, approachable. So yes, I definitely think that persons wear clothing according to their personality. And it can also be that they don't, because for me, I am very approachable. I think I'm approachable, but I wear a lot of blacks. I do wear black a lot. Very, very, very. I have too many black clothing. But I think with that, it's what's approachable is my style. So my style, even though it's black, it will look fun, it will look approachable. And now I'm kind of leaning more like into colors. And I feel like it's an artist thing as well. Like I think we play with a lot of colors. So it's like, all right, let's just relax. Black it is. So yeah, it can be for persons wear colors according to their personalities, and it can be the other way around.
Okay, fair enough, which is true because I was once a lover of black, and I think black was just the color,
The
and it just worked
color.
with everything, every and anything actually. But I tend to hear persons talk about, you know, fashion designers and
Mm-hmm,
fashionistas like yourself. Why is
mm-hmm,
it that their fashion may not be close to what they make? Or you see some of them just kind of fling on something. But when you look at their work, it's like, wow. But then you see them like, what really I go on?
mm-hmm.
So
So
how
I
can
I
we
I can say I
understand what's
literally
going on there? What's the diversity right there?
so I cannot I don't know because I'm not one of those persons. I feel like for me I have this motto that says that you have to look the part. So during when I was studying at Edna, I remember in first year I came and I was strong and everybody know me for fashion and all of that. And I remember in second year someone said to me that all right, I think it was first year or second year, they said to me, watch when you're reaching probably third year or whatever. All of this are gonna drop and whatever. And when I was in third year, going into fourth year, it never dropped. Because the thing is that for me, as I say, my motto is that you have to dress the part. I know I've worked with persons like in my time at Edna because of how I dress. They approach me and they say, hey, are you into fashion? And I say, yes. And that's how our work relationship started. So I don't know. And I feel, but for the designer, because when I was a designer, I probably was, like kind of, me don't know. Some days you'll see me, I'm gonna really look too hot. It's because of the hours. If you are a designer who is, you're the designer, you are the person who sketch, design, so everything. Like, it will become very overwhelming for you. Like I remember staying up like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the night to finish a garment. So if you are just starting out and you are the person who design, which is, the illustrator, if you're the person who sew, then it's going to become overwhelming. And that's probably one of the reasons why persons really look not like their designs when you see them, because they're probably rushing out of the house to deliver something. But I'm
Mhm.
telling you, if you see them at an event, it's a different conversation. So yeah, but as a stylist, it's I can speak on both of them. As a designer and becoming a stylist, it's different for me being a stylist, because every time I go out, I'm saying, that person can be my next client. And I would never want them to meet me as, listen, me not think me I go work with you. You say you want a stylist, but I don't think I want to work with you because you never show up. First impression last, and you never show up
That's
as a
true.
stylist. Right. So I think we can give the designers who are, just coming up, and just the designers who are working on their own, a little bit of grace, because them have it hard. It's a lot of work. It's not like, it's fun and everything when you finish your design, but the process is overwhelming for them. So probably that's why them come out a road. So
Oh, well, that from that explanation, it's understandable. But
yeah.
what advice would you have given someone that's interested in what you're doing or just want to be in the fashion world itself?
Alright, so I just said not do it, but I'm joking. I would say that in Jamaica, and I can say it because I've been here, this is where I've been in the industry for over 7 years. And it's kind of like, if you don't know people, you really don't get the job, right? But my advice is, we have the internet at our fingertips. Like when I was starting out in fashion, like it was word of mouth. And now you have the internet there. You can design something tomorrow, and you tag Rihanna, and she like it, and she want you design it for her. So now I'm like saying go for it. Like we are able to reach the world from just basically your living room table. So go for it, like give it your all. Like, it's consistency does the work. I can tell you, like, I've seen like my most, or I would say, my most successful years are when I put in the work and be consistent. So like, with putting myself out there, making people, like, know about Lumar, which is my brand. That's when they buy into it. The minute I step back and say like, oh, I have my stuff out there on my page and stuff, and persons will see it, like, that's not the case. And networking is good too. Like, don't be afraid to tell persons what you do. Like, I'm still kind of getting over that, like, opening my mouth and talk, and not just allowing persons to just see me and say, oh, she looks like she's into fashion, but really talking to people and saying that, hey, I'm into this industry, and here's my card. Like, that's one of the things too. Have cards, like, have your business cards. Like, if you do hair, if you do nails, if you do fashion as myself, like, have business cards. Like, if you go out, you see someone who is fashionable, or someone who you think that you could probably, work with them to elevate their fashion, like, give them a card. Like, have your business card on you. Word of mouth still works, but as I said, the internet is there to help us to reach all corners of the world, but have your cards.
Definitely, definitely. And that is true. That is true. And good pointers, good insights. And I believe that you touch so detail so persons can know, have a full understanding of what may linger, especially what I mentioned earlier. But you see a fashion designer, you see their fashion is like, what's really going on?
Right, right.
So it's a pleasure having you once.
Thank you so much for having me.
So thank you for sharing your insights and detailing and giving your pointers. Truly appreciate that. I hope that the persons now can understand from this angle of the world, the fashion world, of what you had said and how you had brought forth the explanation for certain things that people may be wondering. So
Well,
thank
thank
you
you
for
for
being a part
having
of this
me.
production.
You are most welcome. I really did enjoy the interview. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
you're welcome.